Well, welcome once again to Conversations with Ed. Guess what? This 6 weeks went by very, very fast. I've enjoyed it. I don't know about you, but I hope you're tuning in tonight. You know what we have to do. We have to do our ritual. Get your pads out, get your pens out, get on the phone, call up the folks, tell them, listen, Ed's on quick. Get your pens and pads out. And all you veterans, once again, last time I'm going to be able to tell you for about 2 or 3 months, get over to the VA and start the process to get your benefits. One of the things we're going to talk about tonight for veterans is veterans housings and some of the things that's coming up with that. Got a very interesting guest. Got to say my big ups, Nurse Diane, Nurse Linda, Peggy, Dorothy, all of the women in the lab, all of these nice people that take care of us when we come out there. Guys, don't hold back, please, all right? Got a, once again, very special guest tonight. Forgot to say hi, sweetie. Got to tell my wife hi, right? Very special guest tonight. Met her about 2 weeks ago at a meeting, and she was talking, and she talked so well. I said, you know what you're talking about, other people need to hear. Would you come on my show? And she was more than happy to come. I'm going to introduce Miss Christine, is it, or Christy?
Christy.
Christy Smith, Executive Director for Neighborhood Housing Services of Richmond.
That is correct.
And how you doing?
I'm great. I'm great.
Well, you know something, this is very timely because there's a whole lot of folks that need the information that you're trying to get people to hear. And when you told me today that you had the meeting going and only 30 people showed up, it just surprised me. Let's tell the folks what you do. Why don't you do that?
Okay. I actually am a housing counselor for Neighborhood Housing Services of Richmond. We provide financial literacy, maintenance, education. We provide foreclosure prevention and foreclosure literacy education.
All of which are important.
Correct.
Now, some folks out there might not understand what foreclosure literacy education would mean. Can you break that down just a little bit?
Certainly.
Okay.
Foreclosure literacy education is being educated about what you can and what you can't do to get help from your servicers or your banks. Sometimes people need information to be able to go to the first step or the next step to decrease their mortgage payments or make it affordable for them. The first step is understanding what the process is.
Now, let me ask you something. In all seriousness, does it work? Are you helping folks really?
Yes, we are helping people.
It's not a hustle?
No.
No, okay.
It is not a hustle.
Why don't you run through the process real quick? Say I came in, okay? I'm, 3 months behind, would that be?
Yes.
I'm 3 months behind on my mortgage. I didn't get laid off, but I'm just gonna be out of money for probably about 3 or 4 months before I start making some real money. And can you help me? I don't wanna lose my house, please.
Certainly.
Okay.
Well, what we do is we actually first give you a phone consultation. We have you come in with a series of documents, and we basically ask you for your income information, your bank statements. We sit down and we go over that. We look at where your income is. We look at where your spending habits is. It's very important when you're going to the bank you show that you don't have the funds or the means to make that payment.
Interesting. It's very important that you show that you don't have the funds.
That's correct.
In other words, you can be honest.
That's right.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So tell me now, how is it working? How you doing?
We're doing excellent. So once you come in, we gather your information. Then what we do is we call your bank or your loan officer or the servicer, whomever your mortgage is with, because people have a various of different.
So it doesn't matter. It's not you're not just working for one bank.
No.
Are you working for the banks at all?
No, we actually are a counseling agency.
So you're working for the
client
organization. Federal. So okay, this is interesting. Now we started talking a few minutes ago about one of my favorite subjects, and my viewers know that I try to do as much as I can for our brothers and sisters that are behind bars.
Okay.
One of the biggest issues that we have, and if the guys from Roots are watching, one of you might want to give me a phone call if you have some questions, because this lady does have some answers. What I'm leading up to is you're involved also with reentry housing, helping guys that are getting out, women that are getting out?
That is correct. We recently partnered with Trinity Life Center. Trinity Life Center is very instrumental in working with second chance offenders, trying to help with housing to get them back into the community. Where neighborhood housing services come in is with Trinity, we will be providing financial literacy and budgeting and financial counseling to help people understand the means once they get housing to, be able to afford either renting or purchasing a home and rehabbing your credit.
So a person that's coming out after, 3 or 4 years, they're coming out on probation or parole, they don't have a job, but they do have the potential, okay, we're working towards getting you set up, all the other agencies, but you need some place to live.
That's correct. As I understand it, Trinity would provide a place for them to live, and they also will help work with some kind of skill set. And where we would come in is we would partner, coming in, being able to help them